Hey y'all. Hello. I'm back live again. How's everybody doing? Hopefully great. As you read in the title is pretty heavy. We are going to have an educational lesson today. I think this is super important. And so let's get into it. Hi, Jake. How are you? Let me wait until the minute mark before I say the title name. Not that that even matters, but I plan on keeping this video up, so I want to keep it pretty basic and to the point. So we reached the minute. So the title says the effects coke has on the brain. And so we're going to talk about that. And we're talking about long-term usage of cocaine and how the continuance of it and how the brain goes under a catastrophic, irreversible damage. And so that's what I want to basically get into. Okay. I think it's far beyond what's seen in shorter term users. So say, for instance, a person is using for 30 plus years versus a person that's used for 10 years. You're going to see more of a difference, of course, in the 30 years. It's not going to be the same as the other person by a huge difference. And so basically, I'm going to read you off what the effects are exactly, because it's a whole bunch of them, y'all. Hey, Fly Rebel TV, how are you? Thank y'all for coming. It's a whole bunch of effects that long-term cocaine usage has on your brain. It has vascular insults and maladaptive plasticity, which creates a profoundly altered brain that resembles accelerated aging, plus traumatic brain injury, plus neurodegenerative disease. Let me repeat that. Plus neurodegenerative disease. Okay. So, first of all, the dopamine system collapse in a person's brain that's been using for 30 plus years, right? They almost read out on a PT scan worse than a person that has Parkinson's disease, because their D2 receptors stop working, right? Okay. It's not normal anymore. They're permanently scarred, even after being 10 years clean and you've used for 30 years. It takes, the uptake is 50%. So 50% damage is already done to your brain at that point. Okay. So you're having severe brain atrophy is what they call it on an MRI, right? What's up, Hassan? And so basically it damages your prefrontal cortex, 25 to 40% shrinkage, like an 80-year-old for a non-user. So if you've been using cocaine for 30 plus years, the front of your brain shrinks down to an 80-year-old size brain. Temporal lobes are down, which are memory gaps, are up. Like you lose between 20 to 30% of memory. There's another thing called hippocampus, which basically doesn't allow you to form new memories. Like there are some receptors that you can take that can bring your memory back. However, when you've used cocaine for this long, those receptors go out. there is no coming back, right? Another one is the cerebellum, which balances issues, um, and tremors. So basically, you lose your in the part of your brain, in the part of your cerebellum, you're losing the balancing. So it causes your body or your brain to tremor. Okay, this is with long-term use again. So it's looking like Alzheimer's, if I'm saying that correctly. I have braces, so excuse me. Plus the frontal lobe on dementia is what reads on a scan. This is what causes dementia, y'all, and Alzheimer's. It helps. I mean, it definitely helps you get there. With long-term usage of cocaine, this is what's going to push those illnesses faster, because the white matter is destructed. So what happens is the white matter in your blood cell, like it's called leukoencephalopathy or something like that. I'm so sorry, I'm pronouncing that wrong, but it's a chronic vasoconstriction. So you're basically your blood cells are filling up with this, right? Um, and it's triggering like tiny strokes, if I'm making sense, to your body, which can cause vascular dementia, y'all. So essentially, what I'm aiming to is a psychiatric stage after long-term usage of this drug. Okay, it essentially messes your brain up. Your IQ drops between 15 to 30 points. Okay. Your executive function, right, turns into like childlike planning. Okay. Your brain turns into a child almost, because you end up losing your memory. Okay. You end up losing your memory, your attention span, and your language. Your word finding failure, receptive speech disappears after a while. So these are all connected to what they call cocaine dementia. Okay. This is caused by cocaine, clearly. So, y'all, I wanted to give this basically a lesson here online for whoever may not have known this, rather regardless if you do it or not. I don't know. But all of this goes back to, you will lose like your scruples, you would lose the good senses that you had, you would lose your patterns, because, essentially your brain just shuts down. So hopefully this was beneficial to somebody out there. Real short live. Let me see, how long have I been here? What's up? Hi, Trilific. How are you? I haven't been on here. Okay, so my lives don't even be no more than 10 minutes, and I'm pretty sure that you can hit the replay button and listen to this. So even after 15 years of being clean, if you've been using cocaine for 30 plus years, doctors said users still show Parkinsonian symptoms. Okay, like they get rigidity, and this is all from dopamine cell death. Like their cells are dead. So just something to know, y'all. Have a great day. I'll see you guys soon, hopefully. I'll be back again. I will. Okay, I'm pretty sure I got something else to talk about. Hopefully, you guys liked it. Talk to you later. Thank you to everyone who came. Thank you. I love you too. I love you, Lady Wu. Okay, see you later. Bye, y'all.